Jumping jacks by himself, are you going to join him?
27 men and women from around the world will meet in the heart of Central Virginia with the same goal. Become a Chesterfield County Police Officer.
Sir, you're under arrest.
Together, they will be tested as they take the journey. The recruits' training is nearly complete. However, the next 2 weeks will test them like never before.
Just to keep them separated and keep her away from whatever you...
So Practical Week is a series of scenarios that goes over all the DCJS objectives that have a practical application that we need to get through before graduating the academy. So that includes domestic assaults, traffic stops, vehicle searches. So from the training officer's perspective, we're looking to have the recruits do all the things that we've taught them, right? And be able to implement everything that they've learned in class and the hands-on application to doing it with actual live role players in a more realistic setting so that we can kind of gauge where they're at, fine-tune a few things, prepare them to be
practical testing. These scenarios were around for a long time. I've actually been a part of Practical Week for way longer than I've been a training officer here at the academy. The scenarios were developed with DCJS objectives in mind. There are certain standards that we have to meet, certain things we have to teach, as well as either have them apply it in a written test or in a practical scenario. Here at Chesterfield, we are sometimes given an option to have it as a written test, a written question, or a practical exercise. We do a lot of practicals because we want to go above and beyond what the minimum standard actually is. So when these practicals are designed, it's designed to cover all the objectives and give recruits exposures to different types of scenarios.
So yeah, I think she's awesome.
So during Practical Week, when the recruit does something that would be an officer safety violation, the scenario is automatically failed. We won't let anyone pass if there's an officer safety violation. The reason for that is it's something that's not going to be tolerated because we don't know at what point in time we would ever come across a situation or some time where we would have to use all of our officers' safety to make sure that we go home and we make sure that everyone else goes home. So the important thing that we remember and kind of how we reference it is if you knew tomorrow that you were going to be in a fight for your life, would you start training today? So that mentality goes into that. We want to make sure that they are always prepared. It becomes second nature to them and that they have the best perception of what could happen once they get onto the road.
We do a lot of group corrective PT sessions, and the reason we do that is because this is a team effort, right? We're all in this together, really, as a police department, and they need to know right off the bat, very early in the academy, that if one person in the department does something wrong, right, something seriously wrong, it blackens the eye of the entire department, right, no matter what. So we try to instill that really early with them as recruits. We'll take really small things and show them how even a small thing can affect the entire class, just as police officers, small thing, big thing, whatever it is, can affect the entire department as a whole.
So the 73rd has finished their scenario week. They have proven to us that they can do the job. And I think that they are going to be fantastic at it. They have worked hard. They deserve everything that lies ahead of them. And I am excited to see how they are going to impact the community of Chesterfield County. They are the officers that the citizens deserve, and I'm excited to work side by side with them throughout their career.
As a law enforcement officer,
my fundamental duty is to serve the community, to safeguard lives and property.
So once the recruits get past Practical Week as a training officer, we're already in that mentor role, right? So once they get through Practical Week, we really are just becoming their peers at that point. We're preparing them that, once you graduate and get through FTO, you come back here and you hang out with us. You say hi to us. You know, we're your friends at that point, right? We're your coworkers, we're your friends. We've seen you through and grow from a civilian to a police officer, and it's very rewarding to see where you've come from the first day to where you are when you graduate and you go into FTO. So, from the training officer aspect, once you get through practical week, it is extremely gratifying just to see the excitement on your face, to know, because we've been there, and it's just so much excitement that is happening at one time.
For the 73rd Basic Academy, practical week and all of their academy testing is finally over.
Stover, Jai, Byrne, and
It's almost graduation day. The recruits are issued their first ever Chesterfield County Police vehicles. The department has a special surprise for recruit Kimmenauer.
We'll see if we can find his daddy's car.
Oh,
Find your dad.
Crown Victoria. Used to be my dad's car, so it feels pretty cool, you know.
This one.
I get to ride where he rode for like 8 years. I just want to say thanks, Dad. You know, following your footsteps was always a dream. You're a great role model. So, thanks for everything you do. Serving your country, your community. Greatest guy I know.
13 Kimmenauer. You already know your phone.
Low mileage, but it'll work.
It's extremely exciting. We've been waiting for this day for about as long as I can remember. Just a little anxious, ready to kind of get on with it.
Now, zone 3.
Recruit Mizell is also following in his father's footsteps.
You know, it's growing up having my dad as a police officer. I always, you always dream of the lights and sirens and the patrol car, and being able to drive around as that icon for the community, and having my dad, always idolizing it, and even from as a kid being rested up on the cruiser. I have a picture, my mom has a picture of it. Means a lot just getting in the car, just seeing it. Just want to say thank you to my dad for always being supportive, and always sleeping all night or all day, and then still getting up anyway, even though he works midnights, coming to my lacrosse games, and being issued a cruiser now and having all this surreal stuff come true. I just want to say thank you for supporting me and not pushing me towards this field, but placing me in this field, and giving me all the support and the help that I need to become hopefully as close to him as possible, and as close to you as I can.
Just before graduating, the commanding officers of the Chesterfield County Police Department visit the class. They share their advice and experiences with them and review their expectations.
Conceptualize. That mental storage filing cabinet that Colonel Hensley was talking about, that thing is very real. There will be things that you will see in this job that you will not be able to unsee. But the more that you're able to retain who you are now in terms of your hobbies, your associations, your faith, your fitness regimen, the longer you will be able to endure, the more strength you will have. Because you are members of an elite organization, of a noble profession, of a heritage that people have died defending. So when you make a decision as a police officer, as a Chesterfield County police officer, you make that decision. You don't make that decision for you. You make that decision for every person who has worn this uniform before you. For every person who has sacrificed, whether they've directed traffic in the rain or they've died in service to our county. You make that decision in honor of them. Because what you're part of is bigger than you. And there is no room in this career, no room in this profession, and no room in this department for selfishness. This is an inherently selfless career. So that's what I expect of you, to be selfless. But on the same token, we also ask you to carry out the mission. So you will be asked to make sacrifices. You will be asked to put the mission before yourself. And we will not always be there. We do our best to try to acknowledge and share with you our appreciation. But we will not always be able to tell you thank you for every little thing that you do going forward. So I'm going to take the opportunity now to thank you for every little thing you do going forward. When you sacrifice yourself and you inconvenience yourself and you do direct traffic in the rain, or God forbid, you do have to give your life in service to this county, I'm thanking you now. I'm thanking you now for carrying out the mission.
Traditionally, the night before graduation is family night in Chesterfield County.
I feel pretty good. I feel blessed. I feel grateful that my family is here with me. Everyone's family is here. I feel pretty good about it.
Having my family come down here, everyone getting together in the gym, eating dinner, chowing down, seeing the video at the end. Just a great experience. Glad that they come. Looking forward to tomorrow, and that's going to be amazing.
So exciting. I'm so happy to see them all. I don't know, it's like the best thing ever. And for them seeing the accomplishment, it's awesome. Couldn't be more happy.
It is a celebration of a job well done and a welcome sight for the recruits.
We're setting up for graduation. It's tomorrow. Pretty excited about that. And we're here to do graduation rehearsal, make sure everything looks good for tomorrow, practice code of ethics, make sure we all sound good and look good for tomorrow. Made it this far, excited to get out on the road, not have to worry about the academy and use everything we learned out on the road.
For the 73rd Basic Academy, recruit training is over. Next time on the journey, you are cordially invited to attend the graduation ceremony of the 73rd Basic Academy.